seen the film, and tears might have been shed after you watched the film. But can you just share what your reaction was after watching it?
I don't want to admit that I cried, but there were, rumblings of crying because, syempre, I only know what I said. We weren't interviewed together. As a matter of fact, I just realized that that was the first time I heard these thoughts from the other guys, and the way Diane parang weaved all the elements together really moved me, because it's one thing to present facts and one thing to present opinions, but I guess the challenge of a documentary is having a through line, is what they call it, and that's hard. I guess it was me appreciating the fact that there was an art to the whole thing, and it's not just talking heads. And it took me on a journey, and even for someone who was actually in that situation, it was still a surprise for me. So I guess, yeah, I really loved the movie, and the honesty of the other guys, and the way it's unflinchingly offered up the truth, because that's one thing I hold dear, is whether in my music or my personal life, is to be, authentic. And this is as authentic as the Eraserheads can get.
Thank you.
Can I add to that? I'm gonna harken back to one of the questions of Chris, yung parang, I think, when you were asking about how the dynamic changed through the reunion. So I'm going to basically share my experience naman in shooting the documentary. And as Ellie said, we were doing we were shooting them independently. We were doing the interviews independently. And what I witnessed, I can only speak for myself as well. Parang was that every time they would unload, or they would, speak their truth, even if it was done independently, the next day or the next time that they would meet each other, it was as if something was lifted. Even if they did not talk to each other, parang just the fact of expressing themselves and allowing that honesty to happen was in and of itself healing and cathartic. So, I guess yun yung takeaway ko na, wow, what truth. I mean, sorry for being cheesy, but like the truth can set you free. Parang that rang true, that resonated with this film.
Ako naman, I also saw the movie, what surprised me, because your expectation, Ellie being the lead, the songwriter, siya magiging parang bida dyan sa documentary. Pero to Diane's credit, silang apat were equally interviewed, exposed, and discussed. So silang apat ang bida eh. Walang isa na upstaging anybody. And I think that's for a filmmaker, that's quite a challenge to do that, I was clueless on how she was doing it, but when I saw the finished product, I told them, ganda ng ginawa mo. So, again, kudos to her,
I'd also like to add on that, kasi last year we were talking about it, when I'm very honored. I'd like to say that I'm very honored that you chose Warner Brothers to be the distributor of the movie. When Diane first showed us the non-final version, we knew there's already something na nakita kami sa pelikula. And I'm very proud of this film, and I hope not just the Eraserheads fans will watch this one. I hope you tell everybody that this is worth watching. This is something special for the Filipino audience and for the world to see. Very iconic Eraserheads. Let's not. We'll have to make sure that we don't miss this one in cinemas.
Thank you. Yes, yes, sir.
Parts of your life or career that you dreaded revisiting, and how did you prepare for that? And was it hard talking about it when there's a camera pointing right at you?
Well, I didn't want to overshare naman stuff that I think should be kept for myself. But most of the time, it wasn't really hard because first of all, the situation was comfortable. It wasn't like the interviewer Diane and the rest of the auxiliary interviewers were really good at well, first of all because we have relationships and we knew who they were, so we were parang more open talaga to and I think also that it was pent up for so long that we were just really happy to finally get it out and release everything.
There was an interview I remember with Ellie where after the interview he asked, "Is that it?" But it felt like he wanted to express more. It was probably therapeutic as well.
So quick, another one. Kasi there were mentions a while ago, urban legends, speculations. Pero on this time, what do you think were the most ridiculous or the funniest rumor or urban legend that you've heard about the disbandment of the group?
Okay, let's just get it out there. It's polyarium, right? It's not about TVJs. It's not about Big Soto and the rape. Although it is a sad thing, I was really heartbroken when that thing came out because I was such a huge fan of. They were my heroes, and I wouldn't dream of writing a song to tarnish my heroes. So I think that's the most ridiculous, and I will maintain until today that it's not about them. It's not about Pepsi, and let the other hacks tackle that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes.
From the limited screening, will you also have international screening since you also have fans overseas?
Yeah, like I mentioned before, I think we are looking into that. Pero no concrete plans have been made yet because we wanted to focus all our efforts in this in the Philippine screenings this coming March 21 to 23.
And my next question is, how long is the film? So because you wanted to make sure that it feels like a concert watching the movie. So how long will it run?
Just like a trivia. This was originally meant as like a two-part episodic documentary. We decided to make it into a feature because it felt like more of like a theatrical experience also, or like a film. So it's currently at 1 hour and 40 minutes or 35, something like this. We're still editing, I'm so sorry.
Okay, and my last question is, when you were filming this, did you also have you already decided that it will be filmed in Dolby while you were filming the movie?
Definitely, I mean, because like I wanted to honor his songwriting genius, so I really wanted to make sure that it was mixed in Dolby Atmos. Parang I felt like that could really do justice to his songs. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, we have another question there. Yes, go ahead.
Hi, I'm I'm Ana Alcantara from Bozot.ph. I want us for this documentary so far.
Nothing. Oh, I think I'm psychology is like, or therapy or emotions is something I am passionate about. So I guess it didn't really feel like work to me. Having had this sort of exclusive access, an exclusive peek into the internal emotional life of these super fascinating people, that sort of gave me a lot of stamina and endurance in like finishing the project. And of course, like I think every time that I would go through like I would have difficulties like just pushing through because of the gargantuan task ahead of me. Parang I would always think of, just the privilege that I had in having to talk to these guys. And also, parang every, like, there was a lot of, it was healing to me. So I felt that was something that I should just like keep pursuing. Sorry. Yeah.
Yun po sa documentary, may mention po ba dito yung creative process nung huling El Bimbo tour? Like for example, the set list and the visuals, yung nangyari nung tour nung 12/12/2020.
I think may mga parts doon where we interviewed the executive producer, like Francis Lumen, about like the process of the 2022 concert. So I think may coverage of that naman. And also the behind the scenes of the making. And that's part of.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rico, Francis, Diane, Ellie. But there is a special announcement that we're going to feature today. This is an exclusive. Before we conclude, there's going to be an exciting surprise for music and movie fans alike. Ladies and gentlemen, the Eraserheads Combo on the Run will be hosting a surprise pop-up performance lottery, offering a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for a lucky cinema audience. We don't know where, that's why it's called a lottery. We don't know where they're going to play, but within the cinematic release of March 21, 22, or 23, the Eraserheads are actually going to perform for a screening. My God. Okay, so can we watch we have a video that will discuss the promotions and the mechanics more on this. Can we play that video, please?
Hey guys, we've got something special for you. We're making your Combo on the Run movie experience even crazier. What if we told you we might be watching with you? Or better yet, performing for you.
Diba? So we don't know. We don't know. Yes.
Question for Rico. Rico, when they can start buying the tickets?
Be ready. We're just waiting for the final running time and the MTRCB review rating, and then we'll make the announcements by next week.
Alright, so that's going to be exciting. So tickets are going to go on sale hopefully by the end of the month. And not only that, you might be the lucky audience member who gets to watch the Eraserheads play. That's a very intimate setting in a cinema. That's probably the most intimate gig you've had so far. So that's going to be fantastic. And then you're going to get to see, of course, the untold story of the Eraserheads and Eraserheads Combo on the Run. Thank you so much. Can we gather together for a photo op for everybody, please? Maybe stand, hold your chairs. Fine.
Here po. One more one.